All right, guys. I know Mr. Thompson will be joining us, but I think he's having some computer issues right now, so we will get started without him. Mr. Nelson, is Ms. Turcotte joining us today?
I do not believe so. She had some work done on her today, and she was advised not to do any strenuous stuff.
Understood. Tell her that I said hello and that we missed her.
She will be here. She just more likely won't be participating.
Got it. Hello, Mr. Manio. How are you today? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle. Good. Glad to hear it.
Master Bloomberg, sir?
Yes.
I am trying a new setup using my phone and a USB adapter. So if there's any bad feedback, please let me know.
Will do.
All right.
All right, guys. Chariot. Koke, tayo kunye. Oro. Konjingemenke, tayo kunye. Is that Master Manio? Your face.
I was just trying to figure out how to change Braden's his name because it says Joe Manio. His name is Braden Murphy, but it won't let us change it on here.
I've been calling you young Mr. Manio for a while. I apologize, Braden. I'm terrible with names.
Hey, as far as he's concerned, that's a pretty cool last name. No worries, sir. Go back to it. I'll get out of the way.
Well, since you're on, everyone, Chariot. All right, guys. Arms front to back. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm Joe. Kneel down. Bunsum, deep breaths. Battlesong. I do want to remind everyone that we now have registration open for the virtual tournament. Anybody up to and including 4th degrees, so forms competition and or personal weapons competition. I hope to be watching all of you. All right, let's go ahead and just do some of the lower rank forms as part of our warm up. And we will start with Kaki Yichang, Chunbei. In your head, go through the meaning of Kaki Yichang. And Shishok. Hey. Chunjian Yichang, Chunbei, and Shishak.
Yep.
Let's see. Hang tight.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties with my other equipment and finally got tired of it and went to the old computer.
I hear that. Braden, did I spell everything right? Good. All right, guys. So we've done Kaki Yichang, Chunjian Yichang, Kaki Ilchang, Chunbei, Shishak. Hey. Mr. Nelson,
Sir?
those 3 forms that we just did, what do they all have in common?
They make up a kanji, sir.
That is all forms. Mr. Nelson, you got an answer?
No, sir.
Mr. Murphy? Okay, Mr. Thompson?
You used to know this.
No, sir. I remember you mentioning it before, but I don't remember, sir.
Well, I don't think I've ever mentioned it before, not in this context. All right,
Say the
guys.
question again, sir, please.
The question was, we just did Kaki Yichang, Chunjian Yichang, and then Kaki Ilchang. What do those 3 forms have in common? Mr. Welsh, you have it?
They all have right foot return Chunji, sir?
Did y'all catch that?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Say
They
it
all have the
louder.
right foot return.
Those are our 3 forms, our only 3 forms where the right foot returns instead of the left foot.
Yes, sir.
I would have accepted, you know, something like they're all Kakito forms or they're all colored belt forms or, you know, whatever. Give me something. All right.
Logan.
Yeah. 25 jumping jacks, 25 sit-ups, 25 squats, 25 push-ups on your own, Shishak.
Plug the bottom plug and plug in this computer, please. Gotta get my volume on.
It is on the
Okay, there. There we go. Should not be recording. Oh, run over to the air conditioner, turn it down a couple degrees, please. $72 or 60, 70.
When you're done, stretch out. All right, guys. Feeling warmed up and stretched out? Yeah, all right, good. Left foot fighting stance, we're going through the 18 count. So a Muay Thai march. Check, 1. Kick to the inside with left, 2. Kick to the outside left, 3. 4, cross, 5, hook. 6, roundhouse in return. 7, parry down. 8, roundhouse in return. 9, outside left. 10, cross. 11, hook. 12, roundhouse in return. 13, jam. 14, cross. 15, hook. 16, elbow. 17, knee. 18, you've done your roundhouse kick. And again, on your own, go. And again, let me watch.
Sir, I did not get a chance to practice these. I actually have a pretty badly torn groin muscle.
Okay. Work on something different then. Okay, guys, good. Remember to move offline on those kicks, right? So the footwork for those left roundhouse kicks is left foot slides back, right foot slides over, so that you are not eating that cross coming right down the center line. Otherwise, we're looking good. All right, let's go ahead and go through the 15 count. We'll break it into sets of 5. So 1, parry, 2, cover, 3, elbow, 4, elbow, 5, piercing knee strike. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 6 is going to be our outside left. 7, cross, 8, hook, 9, piercing knee strike, 10, right leg roundhouse kick and return. Starting it from the beginning again. Parry, 1, cover, 2, elbow, 3, snap elbow, 4, piercing knee strike, 5. Outside left roundhouse, 6, cross, 7, hook, 8, piercing knee strike, 9, right leg roundhouse and return, 10. Teep, 11, push them back. 12, bob. 13, hook. 14, cross, drive them back. 15, chase them down with your roundhouse kick. And again, from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And on your own, let me watch. Mr. Nelson.
The cover on number 2. How are you doing that?
1, 2.
Okay, I'm doing
Don't
wrong.
look too much into it. What I see a
I
lot of
was-
people doing.
When I was first learning it, I was going
I'm fine with that also.
for the
As long as you're not getting clocked with the hook. The way that I always saw it was a double cover, but whatever's comfortable. So, I'm fine.
Yes,
with
sir.
that. Keep going, guys. Let me see it one more time. Knee strike before that roundhouse kick, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm lost.
Let's repeat this a couple times, guys, because this is one that at this point we should all have. Guard up. 1, parry. 2, cover. 3, left elbow. 4, snap right elbow. 5, piercing knee strike. Let me watch just 1 through 5. Keep going 1 through 5 on your own. Go. Don't pull them on that knee strike, Mr. Nelson. It looks like you're thinking about hooking behind their head, and this one is just to drive them away.
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good. Braden, don't drop your off hand. You're doing a great job with that active hand. The other hand is sometimes coming down like it's getting close to a reaction hand. Work on keeping them both up at the chin. Go, Mr. Thompson. Good, good. Good. So my one observation, Mr. Thompson,
Yes, sir.
this is kind of what I was telling Mr. Nelson. Watch the tendency to go here for that cover. I understand it makes sense for the cover, but if I'm already turned, I've got no body torque behind my elbow, right? So I still want to be facing basically forward on number 2 so that I can pivot into number 3 or pivot back into number 4. Yep. And number 4 is almost a straight downward elbow, as downward as you can get. Yeah. All right, good. Let's repeat the next 5 now. And remember, guys, it's a standard 4 count, which is left roundhouse, right cross, left hook, right roundhouse. The only difference is we add in that piercing knee strike before the right roundhouse, right? So, okay, Zach? With me. Left outside, roundhouse, right cross, left hook, right piercing knee, right roundhouse, and return. And again, left outside round, cross, hook, knee, right round, and return. Okay? On your own, do it a couple times. Mr. Welsh, there's a fan upstairs in my office. Why don't you go ahead and grab that, bring it down. I never use it anyway, and that'll get some air moving in here. Good, good. That looks good, Mr. Thompson. Good. That looks good, Mr. Murphy. That looks good, Mr. Nelson. Okay, we're solid on that. Let's move on to the last set of 5. Visualize your opponent, otherwise this one doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, so I'm gonna start with my left leg teep to drive them back. That's 11. 12, bob and weave. 13, turn right into the hook. 14, drive them back, and what they're doing is they're covering and just fading back. So 14, drive them back. And 15, chase them down with that right leg roundhouse. Again, teep, 11, bob, 12, left hook, 13, right cross, 14, right chasing roundhouse kick, 15. There should be an outlet somewhere behind one of the benches, and then we have that blade directly on us. All right, let's see. Mr. Murphy, I'm watching you first this time. Keep that back hand up, Braden. Okay, good, that looked good. Mr. Nelson, I'm watching you now. Good. Mr. Thompson, I'm watching you now.
That last kick's always confusing with me. I've seen so many different variations of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the simplest way to think about it, you've probably heard me say this, that looked good, Mr. Thompson, you look solid. The simplest way to think about this, in my opinion, is think about a flying left leg front snap kick that you get halfway through and then decide, oh, they're too far away. I've got to change this. So you land forward and come with the right leg roundhouse. But you're right, I've seen a lot of different ways to do it. This is one that I would like to get a video of each of the masters or board of directors doing. Oh, that feels great. With their particular take on it. because I don't feel like it's real solidified across all of the ranks.
When we were first playing it, I can't remember who called it, but they called it the zombie kick because you would come here and drag.
Yeah, I think my major, I'm going to say problem, and it's not a problem. My major confusion with this is I am not certain exactly what the purpose of this kick is. I'm not sure what our opponent is doing that makes us do the weird hop, and that's on me. I need to figure that out. You know what? I'm going to note to bring that up at the board meeting. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna do the
I have
whole
one
thing.
last question, sir.
Yes, sir.
On the T kick, am I going forward or am I moving out of the way?
A teep will always be forward, or at least it will be in this. What we're doing with that teep, yeah, good. Mr. Welsh, come here. Make sure that we're in range. So he's coming with his cross. Just show that. Boom. That's what I'm looking at here. What my teep is going to do, back just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and slide in with it, is bam, I want to jam up right at the hip or solar plexus to fold him. Okay? And then he comes right back on in with it. And I bob, there's my hook. He gets his hands up for that cross. Boom. And then.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's do it one more time from the top, guys. And are we okay with this if I just give the count? Or would it be better if I actually describe the moves? Thumbs up if you're okay with just the count. Okay. Turn that oscillate. I'd forgotten how great this fan is. Put it on turbo. All right. Now that we're getting the pattern down, guys, I also want you to really be thinking about that motion in between techniques and staying light on the balls of your feet. That's the toughest thing with all the kickboxing sequences, at least for me. So we're not going to go super fast on this. Pay attention to form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Make sure that you're central, Zach, so I can see you in the mirror. This time, I'm just going to watch you guys by my count. Guard up, left fighting. Let's see that Muay Thai march. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is going to be our teep, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir.
12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Okay, guys, one thing that I am noticing from a couple people, you're doing really, really tight hooks, which there's nothing specifically wrong with that, but I do want you to think about the actual location of your imaginary opponent here. Everyone watch, Derek, go ahead and do the second 5 count. So it's gonna be left roundhouse, cross, hook, right knee, left roundhouse, cross, there. All right, you're fine right there, Mr. Nelson. You see how his hook is out a fair ways. Again, there is nothing wrong. Most of us have learned super tight hooks, but I want you to think about if you've got an opponent, right? This will be all partner work. There's places where that super tight hook makes sense. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So 1, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have, if I do a tight look on number 8 here, I am nowhere near close enough to get. I'm not saying that you should do like 11 and 12 from the old 10 count, but if you think about where we're at, this is my cross right here, and I might be, a little bit closer. My hook basically needs to be an upper arm's length away from my body, not quite so tight. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes,
So
sir.
more of like, in between a long hook and a tight hook.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a long hook because when I think long hooks, I think about almost the bear claw hitting with.
Well, that's what I was saying. In between like somewhere in the middle between
Exactly. Yep.
a tight and a long.
Exactly. You're completely.
Sure.
Where the tight will come in is if you think about the final series, right? So he comes with his cross, boom. He comes with his cross again, and I'm right here. Now that tight hook makes sense, but that's a substantially different thing from what we were doing earlier in the pattern, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we all clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, let's go through black belt forms because I haven't done it in a while. Meaning, perseverance. All right, I'm trusting that the rest of you said that and I just didn't hear it. Ready and shisha.
Yeah.
When you're done, paro. Yeah, and kunya. Good. Paro, Chudiat, kunya, Mr. Nelson. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns on that form? Yes, sir.
I find myself having a very awkward time going from the jump spin round into the flying side. It's hard for me to keep my balance before that.
Let me see. Take it from number 18, please. And actually, hang on, Mr. Nelson. Let me spotlight you. We'll all watch you.
Which one's number 18?
Come on, man. You got to know where your key outs are. I tell you what, I'll give you the Japanese terminology for both techniques. It's Ushiro Kata Atoshi followed by a Kakata Atoshi. Probably doesn't help, does it? All right, it's going to be a double rear elbow, or I'm sorry, double rear shoulder drop followed by your axe kick. The axe kick is number 18, right before the kicking sequence. Okay, go. You were frozen up for most of that, Mr. Nelson. Come back to number 19, the one-legged stance.
Yes, sir.
Switch your hands. Yep. Go. You don't look awkward there, Derek.
I feel like I'm on a tight line is what I'm,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
I'm
a,
hoping
it's definitely a tricky technique. That being said, you look more solid than most people on that one. If you're finding that it feels like you are you're going to lose balance, my recommendation, NA honestly is designed for 18-year-old super athletic fresh black belts, right? NA hurts me every time I do it. What I tell all of my students is with any spinning or flying kick or flying spinning kick in a form, if your flying kicks look awesome, then go ahead and do them in the form. If your technique is arguably better with a ground-based kick, then do that. I would much rather see you do roundhouse kick, step spin, roundhouse kick, and then from there, either just an in-place spin side thrust or a jump spin side thrust. That would look better than flying through them and then falling or losing balance or stumbling a little bit after the jump spin side. That being said, my real recommendation to you, Mr. Nelson, I know you're not 18-year-old first degree, but you fall into that athletic category.
eBay.
You fall into that athletic category. Just practice that kicking sequence over and over and over until it's comfortable, because there's no reason why you should feel uncomfortable with it.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson, did you have anything to add to that?
No, sir. My comments on him, sir, or on mine?
On him.
No, actually, I thought he did it very well. The jump spin back kick, I think, was the only thing that really, to me, looked like he threw him off.
Yep. Mr. Murphy, any commentary? Mr. Welsh? Okay. You had your hand back up, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, I did have one. I do notice I do this a lot. Ms. Turcotte actually called me in on this. A lot on my jumping side kicks and stuff, apparently I leave my other leg hanging.
Show me.
So,
Oh, yeah, you do.
do I need, what, do you have any, on how to get that to come up with the other leg?
I do, but it requires equipment that you may or may not have handy. The way that, the most effective thing that I found for getting the proper position for flying side thrust kicks or jump spin side thrust kicks is get a rope or a chain that you can hang from, pull yourself up until your hands are basically holding the chain right in front of your face, and then pop that leg out and tuck the other leg up so that the heel touches your butt. And then just hold it like that. We used to do that on the rope at the old
I have a tree swing at home.
Yeah, that'll work just fine.
Get my little brother off it.
Yeah, I found that that just doing that and training your body to be able to be in that position was really all it took for most people. How are your regular flying side thrust kicks? Do you get your leg tucked on those? Do a actual flying side thrust kick. Run, jump, tuck the leg. Okay, so when you've got forward momentum, your tuck is excellent. I think that what's happening is when you need to do it in place, whether it's a jump spin in place or just a jump in place, you don't have quite as much height, so it's harder to get that bottom leg tucked up. So my recommendation then is work on getting a higher jump.
Sir, if I may?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna have trouble doing this right now, but what I used to do was to jump up and do basically high knee walk.
Yeah.
And pull both legs up at the same time. And then when you're doing it, eventually.
That's not bad for a dude who's nursing a pulled groin muscle there, Mr. Thompson.
Oh, that hurt really bad, sir.
Hey, Donnie.
I appreciate your sacrifice, sir.
All right, guys, that was a lot of time to spend on first degree
Sorry,
form.
sir.
No, not at all. It wasn't a complaint, just an observation. So let's, if I'm complaining, you'll know. Let's go ahead and move on to Xinyang. Xinyang, meaning Xinyang, trustworthy and reliable, sir. Shishang.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're done, paro. Yeah. Yeah. Is there a gap on? On the type? Okay. Well, we both got one wrong. Questions, comments, concerns on Shin Young?
I just have to remember to bend the knee and Arcan, sir.
Bend the knee and wait, palm heel.
Palm heel, sorry, sir.
Yep. And it's a straight leg.
Is that one a straight leg, sir?
Yeah. So in A
Oh,
is
sorry.
bend the back knee and do the arcan.
NA was the other one.
Shin Young is the keep it straight and do the palm heel. Speaking of,
Can't keep it straight.
Mr. Nelson,
Yes, sir.
show me. We're up to the second guarding block. This is in A, not Shin Young. So we're almost at the end of the form. You've done your second guarding block. You're going to step up and out with your back fist. You know where we're at? Yep. Go. Good. Step. Good. Step. And show me this. Take care not to bend over too much. Get your depth by bending the back knee rather than by tilting at the waist. We want to, yeah. We want to avoid anything that puts us in a position where our head is tilting down close to the mat,
Yes, sir.
just as a general rule.
Work on.
All right. Anything else on Shin Young?
Yes, sir. On the end, I always get myself how my hands and my feet should be. I know where I'm punching, but it's the hands and the feet.
Oh, excellent question. All right, and this is one that people tend to goof up. It is straddle stance, pivot into front stance, pivot into transitional straddle stance, pivot into front stance, and then jump into front stance. So if we're doing it by the count, this is super clunky in my opinion, but it works fine when we're doing it by shisha. If we're doing it by the count, let's see, we are, make sure you can see my feet right here. I'm going to turn into my straddle stance, eye rake at a 45 degree. Then pivot for my midsection reverse punch. Then pivot into a straddle stance for the eye rake, complete the pivot into a front stance for the middle section, and then jump into a front stance for the last. Now, when you're doing it at speed, there's no clear stopping point on those straddle stances, right? When we're doing it at speed, we are here, boom. But when we look at like the Black Belt Handbook, when that comes out and it's pictures of the individual moves, you will see that I think 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The major thing that I want to see is make certain that your feet are in a straight line, just like if we were doing straddle punches or pivot punches, you know, as part of the black belt test. Make sure that you're not doing, this is going to be kind of hard to see my footwork. Don't go here, because now when I go to pivot on the next one, I am no longer facing straight forward, and now I'm overshooting on this punch, or I'm doing weird things with my stance to compensate. Make sure that your feet are in line with each other. All right, guys. Grab a sword or a stick or a mop or whatever you would like for Jung Do. Yeah, we have these. By the way, guys, if you don't already have some of these, pick a pair up. They're
Where do you get yours, sir?
What's that?
Where do you get yours?
We got these from Century. Acuflex combative weaponry, and they're not like the super padded like kid whacking sticks. Grab me one sec. They're not padded like these things. They're actually for Chanbara as a sport, which is basically like sword fighting, kendo style.
I don't know, sir, these hurt.
But
I can only imagine what those feel like.
they have a lot of solidity to them. They're just bendy up at the very tip. Really, really fun training tool.
Awesome. I'll have to talk to Mr. Riccata on those.
They're more expensive than I would like. I want to say they're like $50, but they're also super high quality. All right, guys. Hyung, Jungdo, Junbi, ready your weapon. Jungdo, at your own speed. We should, for ready the weapon, we would need still anyway. Ready, and but it would be live goes. There we go. Ready, and Shishong.
Yeah, that's
When you're done, put your weapons up. Questions, comments, concerns?
almost immobile, but I got it.
All right. Good, good. Go ahead and get your tanfa.
Yes, sir.
All right. Braden, how are you feeling on this one? I think we got up through the body conditioning manipulation sequence. Are you feeling comfortable up to there? All right. Well, we're going through this whole form. I want you to practice up to as far as you can get, and then we'll spend some time working a little bit further on it. Come, Chung Song, Chung Bi. Oh, right, I forgot to do this. Meaning, Zheng Do. Zheng Do, the correct path. And meaning, Chung Song. Chung Song, loyalty. Ready? Shishong. Hey.
Hey.
Hip.
Hey. Hey. You're done, Paro? Yeah.
Yep. Hip.
Mr. Murphy, go ahead and turn your volume on. How far up are you comfortable with, Braden?
About to last one when you go here, sir.
Sorry, you froze up a little bit. Hold them back out and then I'll be able to tell. Okay, so after the body conditioning sequence? Perfect.
And also, I have a little bit trouble after this one. I kind of forgot the transition to the body.
Yep, let's go ahead and talk about the footwork there. So this form is kind of like a box shape without closure at the top. Am I far enough back, Braden? You can see my feet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 15. I step into a transitional sequence. Left foot comes in. 16. Then I do my whole sequence. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25. All right. I'm doing the exact same thing to get back to my starting point that I did on the other side. So I'm closing. My left foot moves back to a transitional stance. My right foot comes in. Then I step forward with my left, downward. So coming from the first side, it is right foot, transitional stance, left foot in, right foot out into straddle stance. Coming from the other side, it is left foot to transitional, right foot comes in like you're going to attention, left foot forward to a back stance. Was that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Mr. Nelson, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Murphy. I would like him through the top of the form and getting started on the Xing block sequence. But before I put you in that room, I will answer your question and then I'll want to see you do that portion of the form. Go ahead, Mr. Nelson.
I think we covered this already, but on the X, speaking of that, we do here, straight. Do I come back to here, or do I do it, or is that just for learning purposes?
You do, but it's part of the following move. So, itch. I'm closing this as I pivot and strike. That's my next count right there. All right. Then from there, I'm coming back. And that's another full count to come to a double chamber position. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of a weird
It is.
counting.
That's I need just a little bit of clarification.
All right, so Mr. Nelson, please come to number 26. That's the down block.
Or number, which one again? I didn't hear the number.
26.
After the X?
Nope,
Not good with
way
the
earlier.
numbers.
Way earlier in the form, the down block before we begin the body conditioning sequence. Nope, way earlier.
Way earlier. Oh! 26. I'm sorry, sir. The numbers just.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Left foot forward, back stance with a down block. Yep. 27 will be the one-legged stance, opening them. 28 will be the second down block. Good. Just take it from there. I just move back a little bit, Mr. Nelson. Move back. Further. Further. Okay, go. Take it all the way up to the top. I'll tell you when to stop. Shishak.
Yep.
Yep. That's good. You can stop there. All right. Just some real quick observations. And this is one that everybody has a hard time with up at the top of the form. I've finished off my body conditioning. I do my front kick, hit him in the temple, toss him, catch, and strike. The next move is not here. The next move is drop it into your hand with the left hand as you strike with the right. You see the difference, Mr. Nelson? Yes, just like that. When you do the upper X and the circle, I know that it is canonically correct that it's the same way that you would do a normal upper section X-wing block. So if I am in my left foot forward front stance, my left tanpa is forward, my right tanpa is on the inside. I was taught to keep a small amount of distance between the weapons as opposed to having them actually make contact, and that they are at a slight 45-degree angle. Okay? So less here, more here. And the idea behind that, Mr. Welsh, you can actually come overhand with the contact. I want to catch a little bit more of the weapon than I would necessarily get right here. Okay? So spread it out just a little bit. I don't know how canonical that is, because the master who instructed me on that, when I asked him about it later, did not recall telling me to keep them apart. So, but that's the way that I learned it. So take that into account.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Nelson. You'll be in there for about 10 minutes with Mr. Murphy.
Yes, sir.
Give me a second. All right, and if anything comes up, if there's any questions and I have not opened the room back up, just hit me in chat, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Thompson, you have your Tanfa still handy?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go through this weapons form.
Yes, sir.
And actually, Mr. Thompson, why don't you come up to the camera? I think Mr. Welsh and I have this up through at least Gun Bone. So watch us up to there, and if we make any mistakes, let us know, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's just the simple version, so we're not adding in the theory or manipulation. Kundi starts with T-bone 1. Aya, T-bone 2, T-bone 3, T-bone 4, T-bone 5. Kicho, kick, punch. Kicho, kick, punch. We go right into Kakio-chan from here, right, sir?
Yes, sir. 13.
Number 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, Kakio-chan wedging block.
No, sir.
What's that?
After 16,
there. Then, okay, so after 17, we'll do our wedging block. Okay. 18, 19, and I think we decided that this will open up on 20, is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
All right. Kapisankan, 21, this will be our palm heel. Kicking sequence, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, we're in Gunbon, moving up. And are we just doing, what technique are we doing instead of the hammer fist, sir?
Well, if you're basic, it is just an overhead collarbone strike. If you're not basic, yes, sir.
Got it. So just a forearm strike for basic, open up otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Now from here, we move into Chunjian Ilchang. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And is it going to be pulling right foot in and then stepping out for the lower X?
Yes, sir.
All right. Step forward, arm break. Step behind side. And then what's our strike here?
Same one from, you're just doing
Just an opening strike. Okay.
now you're moving into Chunji and Yichung, sir, number 8.
So step forward, down block.
Stepping back, down block.
Show me one more time, Donnie.
Take your right foot, down block,
Cool.
or however you, whichever way you are there. Yep. Kick. Parry block down. Now I'm doing it as I'm turning it versus straight up and down. I think it's just stylistic, but I like it.
Got it.
Now it's number 9.
Which foot moved there? Left foot?
Number 1, sir. Yeah.
Right. Which foot moved though?
Oh, I apologize, sir. Your left foot, sir.
Okay.
Now you're at 45. Yep. Step behind side kick.
1, 2, 3. Do we go further on that?
I did it more as a straight in punch versus a spin. Yes, sir.
All right. Do we keep going on Chunji and Samchon?
I can't hear you with your back turned, sir.
Do we keep going on Chunji and Samchon?
Yes, sir. You do the connecting kick, the high X block. Yep. And from there, we're going into 10. So, 2 here.
Sorry, this part's new to me. Show me again.
I apologize, sir. Here, connecting kick, here. And then we do theory.
All right. So we're coming into Manam.
Manam, sir.
All right. So there's our X. Which foot moves, sir?
Yes, sir. Your right foot slides back.
Sorry. Just show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Right foot clockwise. So that would be switch your hands, I believe. Yeah, because this would be with the bow staff. Or
And then the next one is drop, double. It's basically it's the double forearm block, but it's actually the setup, and that's the only, because I don't have a bow staff above my head, this is the setup. This one spins out and around. So your right hand, yep, spin it all the way out like you hit it, and then keep it going behind your back. Step out with this one. As you turn, you're gonna close your left, bring your right up, and back.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me see if we've got that. That's complex.
I love that sequence with the comma. It doesn't flow as well with the Talfa, but
it's got to be right hand. So right hand behind the back, left hand, right hand. Yeah, I can see that working a lot better with the common. Okay, I've got enough to practice. What's next?
So when you're here, you're actually going to take your step forward with your left foot. Right hand is going to, you're going to go like this, and this one's going to go behind you. Yep, but you're doing the nunchaku pass from Manan, sir. So you're facing.
Oh, we're not done with Manan. Okay, sorry.
We're still on Manan. This has the most of any form, sir.
Oh, good. Let's see, we're going to start there, then,
Read, sir. Yes, sir, that was it.
okay,
Have both feet parallel, just like we do the nunchaku pass.
sorry, say that again, sir.
When you're here, you step up like you do the nunchaku pass. Yep. Step out. It's a punch.
Give me feet, Donnie.
I'm sorry.
Give me left and right for feet and hands.
I apologize, sir. You'll step out with your left foot, punch with your right hand.
Okay.
Now, open it, and I apologize. For this particular one, it's the J sweep, but you're using your tonfa. So I bring it up over my head like I'm doing a clear, bring it up to my shoulder, and bring it out. So I just did my punch. I'll face the camera. I've just did my punch. I bring it over my head like I'm doing a clear, come down at the leg. When I get it here, I bring it back.
Okay,
That's the-
so it's actually just like Chung Sung.
Yes, sir.
So let's see, we'd be stepping forward, boom, and clear. Okay, next.
So you're here. You should actually be with your right hand extended and out in front.
One more time, sir.
So if you
Not facing the camera, facing sideways like you would be.
Yes, sir.
So
I
left
hope-
front stance.
We'll bring it over to my left-hand side. I sweep under, bringing it to my shoulder, and then I just straighten it out. But I'm doing it like this, sir. Yep.
All right. Check me on this. We're doing right hand on that?
Yes, sir. This would be the right hand. Because the J sweep starts on the right side.
Yeah, it does. So, boom. Oh, except you're actually.
Sir? Yeah. Nope. Yep. Bring it straight out. Yep. Just like that.
Okay.
Connecting kick. As you bring it in. Yep. Connecting kick. Jump across. Back. Open it back up as you do a. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm out of camera range. Close it. Theory again. At that angle, it's a high X block. I apologize. Open it up.
Open.
So, theory, high X. Now, from there, close. Low roundhouse kick. We're now into Tachi, sir.
All right. And are we changing our angle? So instead of a diagonal, we're now going horizontal?
Now you're going straight. The block was at a diagonal, but the low kick's straight.
And this is a right leg roundhouse kick?
I couldn't hear you, sir.
Right leg roundhouse kick?
Right leg, low roundhouse. Yes, sir. Left hand. I'm doing this. It's a inner forearm block, so I'm just doing it as an inner forearm block instead of a rich hand, sir. Yep. But it's actually a strike to the temple. Yep. Now I could change that. It's just something I was comfortable with.
I mean, people will be able to make their own decisions on specifics on this. That's a little awkward on the shoulder for me, but it's fine.
Now, hook kick with the left foot. And now we go into Sara. Bring it down, throw it away.
All right, you have to give me.
Three moves in Tachi, sir. Pardon?
Again, you have to give us left leg, right leg. It's
Oh, I apologize. So after the hook kick with the left leg, you should have your left leg forward.
Okay.
Like you're doing the roll up on Saran. So you bring your right foot forward and then roll them up.
forward. Oh, okay. All right.
Front kick. Yep. Now, spin. And I'm doing an overhead strike.
Okay.
Yeah, with it extended like you have at Master Limerick. Bring it back, connect, roll it up. Front kick. Close the left hand, turn over, whack him on the head. You went with the wrong leg, sir.
No, not if we're doing the Saran.
You should currently have your right foot forward.
Not if we're doing the Saran. Hang on. So here, here. If we're doing Saran, I'm on the
Hold on,
second
sir, let me-
sequencing Saran, and it would be left foot forward.
The right foot does the kick. So
Okay, you're changing that substantially then from Saran, because if we were doing a regular Saran, we've pushed him away. This is the first part. Then kick, then strike, then turn, left front stance, striking with the right. Then it would be step up, push them away. So I'm in a right front stance. Then it would be my left front snap kick. And I would end in a left front stance, ready to do the standard turn.
in regular Saran, though, sir, isn't it?
You're off screen.
Oh, sorry. You're here. Do you step up this way?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm doing it wrong in my head right now. That is actually how I had it set. However, after you do that, kick here. Yep, finish up the way you had it. You had it correct, sir. I was backwards in my head.
You had me worried for a minute, Mr. Thompson. I'm like, am I doing Saran wrong? I know I've had that problem before. All right, cool. Love the form. And show us the break-in breakout that you came up with again.
For the tonfa, sir?
Yep.
For the basic, it is just down and back, down and back.
Very good. All right.
Now, if you're better at that, you can add the.
Of course. Cool. All right. I will try and have a video of me and possibly Mr. Welsh doing this form for you to review before our next session. No promises on that, though. We'll just see how it shakes out.
Yes, sir. And I talked to Master Sinclair. Obviously, he would be excited for you to come see his new place.
Yes, I would love to. And refresh me, Mr. Thompson. What's the actual reason for my visit? Am I doing a seminar? Are we overseeing a test? What?
No, sir. I was looking either for me to come down and do training or
That's
you.
right. Okay, that's way easier. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes. No. Master Sinclair was thinking maybe we do like a self-defense with the kids where you do off of grabs, off of lapels and shoulders. And I'm like, I need training.
Yeah. And honestly, with the way that the outbreak is going, we probably shouldn't be having kids put hands on each other just yet. All right, cool. Mr. Nelson, how did that go?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, sir.
How did that go?
I thought it went real well. Braden? Oh, he went mute on me. Oh, there you
I
go.
unmuted him.
Good, sir.
Okay, well, how far up did you guys get?
I think in the 60s.
60. Okay, excellent.
Could be wrong. Sorry. Before,
That's in the 70s, sir. Good job.
That's number 71. Okay, cool. Nice work. Braden, practice that before next time. And then hopefully next time we can get you the rest of the way through the forum and then have it. All right, guys. let's go ahead and bow out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ready up? Okay.
Hurry up.
Plunging down. Okay, dial. Yes. Pleasure as always to work with you all. Anyang Hee, Kaship Sale.
Anyang Yi, Kapsasel.
Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Sir, may I
Thank you,
ask
sir.
a question, sir?
Mhm.
This is only concerning ranks, and I just happened to be asked this on one of my Facebook following friends. We follow like Taekwondo, correct? So 4th Dan, Junior Master, 5th Dan Master, 6th Dan would be considered Senior Master, 7th Headmaster, 8th Grandmaster. We don't do Senior?
Junior Master is not an official title anymore. Headmaster is 7th Dan, but is very rarely used. So you would never call someone like Junior Master Turcotte unless I'm poking fun at like Junior Master Gibson or Junior Master Bishop, because it just sounds kind of goofy. So 4th Dan is still just Mr. or Ms. or Doctor or whatever.
Yes,
5th
sir.
Dan, Master. 6th Dan, Master. 7th Dan, Headmaster, but most people who have hit that rank don't want to be called Headmaster.
Yes, sir.
The last time I tried to call, well, now it's Grandmaster, but when Grandmaster Holden was 7th Dan, I made some quip about, oh, Headmaster Holden. I was 4th Dan at the time, and he said, you can go ahead and call me Headmaster Holden, Junior Master Blumreich, and I will see to it you remain 4th degree forever. So I'm going to go ahead and say, don't call anybody Headmaster unless they introduce themselves that way. Grandmaster Holden's take on it was, it makes him sound like the principal at an English boarding school, and he didn't
Oh,
like,
Well,
yep.
they were just asking like rank comparison, if how we call, and I couldn't remember, but I do know some Taekwondo had obviously the Junior Master, which we don't use, but then Master, Senior Master, Headmaster, and then Grandmaster.
we don't have Senior Master at all. Headmaster we have, but well, it'll get used on formal correspondence and on certificates. Like if you look at, for example, Master Sinclair's letter to promote to Master, it will almost undoubtedly be signed by Headmaster Holden. But like I don't call Master Kim Headmaster Jeff Kim. Do we have anyone else who's 7th? Master
Yes, sir.
Mullis?
Master Mullis, sir.
Yeah. It's just not a title that's used. We just do Master.
And I mentioned that we just, unless you're Grandmaster, everybody we just call Master.
Yep.
But it was just they asking for a rank if we have the same ranks as other Taekwondo, and I'm like, not really, because I haven't heard. I've never seen Senior Master listed anywhere, but I do know some do have.
It's an interesting thought, because realistically, there's no reason why we couldn't have graduated titles, Master, Senior Master, Headmaster, Grandmaster, except nobody likes Headmaster and nobody's ever used Senior Master. I don't like being called Senior anything. Like that would have been fine when I was in my 20s or early 30s. Now, if you were going to call me Senior Master Blumreich, I'm really staring 50 in the face these days.
I am, sir. One more year.
Congratulations. You don't look it. All right, guys, I've got to let you go, but I will talk to you all soon.
Thank you, sir.
Let's
Thank you, sir.
Bye, everyone.